Local lawmakers, union reps, and business leaders are concerned that Minnesota may be missing out on millions of dollars.
Yeah, Northern News Now's Madison Green listened as they came together in Duluth to discuss a new study from the State Chamber of Commerce saying the problem is permitting.
Time is money. And according to a new study from the Minnesota Chamber of Commerce, Minnesotans are losing it.
Pretty disturbing when you see some of the numbers they showed on the slides, you know, where our state, the direction we're going.
The numbers member of Local 49 Union Dan Manick is referring to are the millions of dollars the report claims businesses are losing as they are forced to delay opening.
Our time to process permits was exponentially longer than our surrounding states.
The report calculated how long it takes state agencies to process air, water, and wetland permits and found it can take up to 6 times longer than states like Wisconsin. CEO of the Area of Partnership for Economic Expansion, Rachel Johnson, believes speeding up the process does not mean sacrificing quality.
In order to get some of these projects permitted, we can still go through a very thorough environmental review process, which is really important to the residents of our state.
These permits are necessary for many projects like mining. While some are tied to location, others are capable of taking their business elsewhere if it means a less stressful process.
Minnesota companies that are going out of state with these projects. Why is it happening? I've got little grandkids I'd love to see stay employed in this area.
In Duluth, Madison Green, Northern News Now.
Madison, thank you. Now, Chamber of Commerce leaders said that they have bipartisan support for changes being proposed. Now, we did reach out to the DNR and other state leaders today, but the DNR did not have anyone to comment.